The Scottsboro Boys case in 1931 is considered to be one of America's greatest tragedies. The case involved 9 African American youths who were arrested in Scottsboro, Alabama, after 2 white women, Ruby Bates and Victoria Price, accused them of rape. This case is a prime example of the racial inequalities and discrimination that were occurring in the South at this time under Jim Crow laws. Many people at this time were riding trains to find work in different places across the U.S. These 9 men were searching for work when they boarded the train. A fight broke out, and the train was stopped in Paint Rock, Alabama. The 9 African American youths were arrested after being accused of rape by the 2 white women who were also on the train. These women were examined by Dr. R. Bridges and Marvin Lynch. They found no evidence of rape during the examination. News of this incident spread quickly. People were calling for the young men to be lynched. According to the timeline on PBS.org, a grand jury indicted all 9 Scottsboro boys on March 30th, 1931. In that same year, on April 6th and 7th, Clarence Norris and Charlie Weems were tried, convicted, and sentenced to death. On April 7th and 8th, Haywood Patterson is tried, convicted, and sentenced to death. On April 8th and 9th, Olin Montgomery, Ozzie Powell, Willie Robertson, Eugene Williams, and Andy Wright were tried, convicted, and sentenced to death. On April 9th, the case of Roy Wright, age 13, ends in a hung jury when 11 jurors seek a death sentence, and 1 votes for life in prison. In January 1932, a letter from Ruby Bates's boyfriend surfaces. In it, she denies having been raped. On May 27th of 1932, the U.S. Supreme Court agrees to hear the case of the Scottsboro Boys, also known as Powell v. Alabama. In November, the Supreme Court rules that the defendants were denied the right to counsel, which violated their right to due process under the 14th Amendment. The original convictions were thrown out, and the boys received new trials in the local courts. After the new trials in 1937, all of the boys faced various convictions up to 99 years in prison. Some of the rape charges were dropped for some of the young men. The struggle for this case continued on until 1976. Over the years, the boys were released on parole and put back on parole many times. It was not until 1976 that the last Scottsboro boy, Clarence Norris, was pardoned by an Alabama governor. Ruby Bates died the same year at age 63. Victoria Price died in 1982. In 1989, Clarence Norris, the last of the Scottsboro boys, died.